Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to the program. It is exactly 9:19 a.m. right here in South Africa. We cross over to Palestine, to Jerusalem to be specific, and we're going to be talking to an activist based there, Mouad Khateb, to talk to us about the far-right Jews having access to Al-Aqsa and all of the drama that played out yesterday. Let's take a look at that clip before we talk with Muad about that situation. So, can we ask our producers there to get the clip on air? Let's take a look at that and then we'll talk with Muad. Oh gosh, how very distressing. Oh my word. And Palestinian people are, I'm so moved by that clip, Muad. And imagine Palestinian people are exposed to this on a daily basis. Can you tell us exactly what happened? We do understand that it was a Jewish holiday, and for some reason, the ultra-Jewish people have decided to make their way to the Al-Aqsa Mosque, and I think that was just provoking the Muslim people who were possibly going there to visit and to make salah. What was your eyewitness recollection of that situation?
Assalamu alaikum. Hey, thanks for having me, and thanks for Salam Media for the continuous coverage. We really appreciate it. First of all, this was nothing. Like really, that clip shows nothing of the truth. This is just one tiny part of the picture. To be honest with you, this is also not the most brutal. Like, they have been very gentle in that clip. The footage that is not documented, I mean, the events that take place, the attacks, the assaults, the brutality that we witness in Jerusalem and in Palestine as a whole every day is nothing compared to that. But you know, cameramen fail to document everything. So apparently what's happening is that some people decide that in order to get closer to God, you must attack other people, you must beat their children, you must prevent them access to their places of worship. Like, how ironic is that? Like, in order to get closer to God, to pray, you must prevent other people from praying? It doesn't make any sense. Like, it contradicts the mere nature of prayer and worship. But that's what's been happening since 1984, and this is no news. So whenever there's a holiday, a Jewish holiday, they gather around, and obviously backed by thousands of police and border control personnel, they break into Al-Aqsa Mosque, into its yards, and what's new this time is that they were allowed to perform their ritualistic, rituals or whatever, that are indeed very provocative. You cannot, break and desecrate into someone else's places of worship and prevent them from entering while you are there, and even attack them if they only gather on the doors to see what you are doing, and then say, this is our prayer. It doesn't make any sense. But that's what's happening, with full support by the Israeli apartheid government and the support of the other nations that are silent.
So, Muad, as you've pointed out, that what I saw on the clip yesterday was mild to what Palestinian people are subjected to on a regular basis. I am aware of that. But just, viewing that clip was very difficult for me. However, that was, I presume, Brother Abu Bakr al-Shimi. I believe he was hospitalized. He suffered head injuries, and obviously that was filmed. The Israelis, the occupiers, tried to prevent people trying to assist him and to allow him medical care. Do you know if he's okay? He has been hospitalized. How is? I was very moved by that. Is he all right?
Alhamdulillah. Abu Bakr is one of the, you know, is one of the very popular murabitun, we call them murabitun, people who stay in Al-Aqsa Mosque just to pray, to do nothing else, but to, assert our sovereignty over a mosque, because it's a mosque, it's an Islamic site, it's part of our Muslim and Arab and Palestinian heritage. And Abu Bakr was there, like many people, many other people, to to assert the fact that this is ours. Abu Bakr was indeed hospitalized, but Alhamdulillah, he was released from hospital the same day, and the same day he came back to Al-Aqsa Mosque. And there's another video
Alhamdulillah.
clip actually showing him inside Al-Aqsa Mosque, because as Palestinians
Alhamdulillah.
we know that we have no other road to take but the road of resisting the occupation and its aggressions against us. If we back down, then it would be much easier for them. But it's not our habit to back down. We are very strong, and we will continue that way.
Subhanallah. Please pass on my du'as to him, my best wishes, not only to him particularly because of that incident yesterday, but to the rest of you, lots of du'as and lots of ongoing strength in your struggle to gain your independence and get back your land that has been stolen from you way back in 1947, 1948. I also want to ask you about this story.
Sorry to give you a context of what happened. What happened is that those soldiers seen in the clip started attacking women, and some of them are old women, and you could see in other video clips and other footage that they spare no one. Like, they are so brutal that even the elderly, even the children are assaulted by the police of the only democracy in the Middle East. So Abu Bakr saw them assaulting women, and he just couldn't just watch. So he tried to block the soldiers. He didn't attack no one. He just tried to block the soldiers, and then that is when he was brutally assaulted, as we've seen in the clip. We want to see such a stance from our Muslim brothers and sisters all over the world, and Arab brothers and sisters. Like, we can't defend Al-Aqsa Mosque alone. We need your support, and support can take many forms. You decide whichever form you wanna practice. But we do need our support. We have the elderly, the children, everyone trying to protect this such a holy site for all of us. Why are we Palestinians are the only ones on the forefront of this? We have been suffering, and we are willing to continue to sacrifice, but we cannot do it for long unless we get your support.
Absolutely. You have our undeniable support here in South Africa. We keep those stories alive. There are quite a few other organizations that keep raising these issues over and over again. So please don't think that the Palestinian struggle is not in our midst. It is there all the time. And by way of Salam Media, which is humanitarian journalism, we continue telling your stories. Rest assured, we will do that. What I do want to raise with you, and I'm quite shocked about it, is that some of these ultra-right Jewish people are almost suggesting, I think it's out there, the word is out there, that they want to take over the Al-Aqsa site. They have openly expressed a desire to demolish Muslim structures in the Al-Aqsa compound to make way for what is referred to as their third temple. I'm sure you guys are aware of it. What are you going to do to stop this from happening?
Well, first of all, this is not, because the way you said it, some people might think that this is like a small minority of the Israeli population. It's not
at all.
There are very prominent parliament members inside the Israeli community that calls openly for the destruction of the Al-Aqsa Mosque. In fact, the largest faction inside the Israeli parliament is now a faction that openly calls for the demolition of Al-Aqsa Mosque. And this is no longer the view of a small minority. Like I said, the leaders of the Jewish community, ultra or moderate, they all believe and they all work towards achieving that goal, which is the removal of Al-Aqsa Mosque and the building of the third temple. So you ask me, what can we do? Like I said, we have, our resources are very limited. What we can do is very limited. We can continue to protect it with our bodies and our souls, but that is not enough. We need the support, Muslim, Arab, and non-Arabs and non-Muslims. Diplomatic pressure can make an effect, can make an influence. Economic pressure can make an influence. Media coverage like yours can definitely make an influence. If people start to realize that this injustice must stop and then take action towards actually stopping it, then we might see some change on the ground.
Okay,
we are a
Mouad, let me
minority
ask
inside
you.
our own country. We are brutalized. We are assaulted on daily basis.
Let me ask you this very important question. When, as you say, these occupiers make no secret of the fact that they want to take over the Al-Aqsa Mosque. Are they wanting to demolish it totally and build a brand new temple, a mosque that has been there for so many hundreds of years? Is that their intention? And then also, what is the situation with Zayad, Abir Zayad, the archaeologist that has been working for a very long time at that mosque compound?
Well, yes, that's exactly what they say. And they are not even trying to hide it. They are actually promotional video clips released by those groups that show the mosque being destroyed and then the temple being built over it. Like, yeah, absolutely. Regarding the archaeologist that you mentioned, I'm not familiar with her, but
Okay.
you know that any attempt to reaffirm the historical facts that testify that there has been no temple over there is attacked, is discredited, and they always try to even implant. There was once an attempt to implant, artifacts and whatnot, allegedly dating back to that period. But time and time again, it was proven that it is false, that it is fabricated. But a state that was established on a lie, we are not, we are not surprised that they continue to lie in order to, prove their lies, basically.
Mouad, that's where we have to leave it, but undoubtedly this must be a very, very serious wake-up call to the entire Muslim Ummah globally. We cannot allow the destruction of our first Qibla. That is a very, very holy site as far as we as Muslims are concerned, and collectively we need to join forces and make sure that this never ever happens, inshallah. Thank you for talking to us constantly in our du'as, and this is truly a call for the global ummah to get together. Thank you, keep safe, go well, and salamu alaikum to you.
Wa alaikum salam. Thank you very much.
The time is exactly 9:34 a.m. News and Views right here on Salam Media, and that discussion and that video clip left me absolutely cold. And I think it's time we collectively as Muslims have to raise our voices even higher to make certain that we don't lose our first Qibla, and that is the Al-Aqsa Mosque. Still to come on the show, we're going to be taking a short ad break. We're going to be talking with Mafika Mdebele, ANC provincial spokesperson.